Hey folks, welcome back, another Opponent Masters video, and today we're going to talk about Hilda and Diancie, which is coming out later tonight, which, as usual, I will be summoning when that goes live, so make sure all are subscribed, have notifications on, so we have some fun, and hopefully not get shafted this time again. So, anyways, Hilda and Diancie. First of all, weird pairing that they gave Keldeo to Diantha and Diancie to Hilda, but regardless, surprise, I guess. She's good. She's a pretty good unit, right? It's just that she's in a bit of an awkward spot, right? So if we just quickly look over her kit, right? Okay-ish HP for a striker, I guess. Defenses aren't very great. But I mean, I guess 150 is like not bad for a striker either, I guess. So sure. She's a striker, by the way. Physical rock striker. And 356 physical attack, which is okay. And then 307 speed. But once you mega that, you get 427 physical attack, which is good. And then 368 speed, which is very, very, very good, right? So, and yes, she does mega into Mega Diancie. So, as for her moves, you have a 3-gauge Stone Edge over here, right? Has +1 crit. Accuracy is not the best, and then 120 power at 5 out of 5, right? You have X attack over here. You have Diamond Storm, right? 50% chance of buffing your defense by 2, which is nice. Although unfortunately it is AoE, 4-gauge move. And then your training move Shine On, which buffs your speed and accuracy by 2, and then your crit by 3. So you max out your crit, you don't max out your attack, you get +4 attack, but it's still a solid amount, right? And then you get some speed and accuracy, which is nice, so your Stone Edges hopefully don't miss. Right? I mean, shouldn't miss unless your opponent buffs evasion. And then your sync move over here just turns you into Mega Diancie. Power's pretty low because you're Mega. And then your passives, Head Start, -1 sync move countdown at the start of the battle. Doesn't really synergize with anything else she has on, so you need to have someone else to, you know, decrease sync move countdown to make this like useful. Tough Cookie, the more your defense is raised, the more powers up your moves, right? And again, Diamond Storm has 50% chance of buffing your defense by 2 stat ranks every time you use it, which is nice. And then Swag Bag, wrong. You buff your defense by 2 stat ranks when you use Diamond Storm. So yeah, increases the chance of Diamond Storm buffing your defense by 2, which is really, really good. So basically, you know, every time you Diamond Storm, you get 2 defense, and then in 3 turns you'll have max Tough Cookie on, you know, on your Diamond Storms, or your max Tough Cookie on your Stone Edges if you want that as well, right? So going into the grid, right? So if you are trying to go for her at 1 out of 5, she doesn't have too much other than Sand Shelter and MP Refresh on her train move. Obviously she doesn't really have anything for sand. It's just more so, right, if you're trying to run her dual damage dealer with like Ingo plus like Archeops or some other like sand damage dealer like Olivia or something, right? So that you don't get hurt in the sand. That's basically what it's for. And then some power-ups for Stone Edge and Diamond Storm, right? And then at 2 out of 5, you do get Double Down, makes your sync do a bit more, right? Move Gauge Refresh on Diamond Storm, Crit Strike 1 on Stone Edge. So don't have too much at 2 out of 5 either. At 3 out of 5, you do get Ramming Speed on Diamond Storm. You get Super Sinker, which gives you a super effective up next. You know, in a short battle, that's pretty nice, right? Pervious stats don't get lowered. Sync regen. Towering Force. That's a Sync Nuke with defense, right? So like Haymaker, but defense buffs. And then Adrenaline, which is kind of whatever. Fast Track 9. Buffs your speed every time you attack, which is nice. So overall, if you are trying to go for her, I'd say either 1 out of 5 or 3 out of 5, right? 2 out of 5, again, you do have Double Down 5, which is nice, but I don't think it's like really worth going for, right? It's either 1 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 in my opinion for this unit, right? And yeah, in terms of in general, if you want to like compare her to the other rock type damage dealers, right? Oh, before we get into that, forgot to mention one of my favorite parts about her mega, where you have Fuel Economy 1 as a passive after your mega, which decreases the amount of move gauges that you need to, you know, use your moves by 1, Zero Diamond Storm turns into a 3-gauge move. Stone Edge turns into a 2-gauge move. Look at that! Look at that! Very, very, very nice. But yeah, let's talk about some damage comps. So this is with Tough Cookie and ramming speed on her Diamond Storm damage, right? Let me actually, that's a bit small. Is this better? Hopefully. Oh my god, that's a bit too much. All right, no, actually, this looks good. All right, so in the Datamined on that analysis stock, right on Reddit cord over here, we could see Hilda's Diamond Storm actually does a decent amount, right? Not as much as Emmett's Stone Edge, right? Not as much as Emmett's Stone Edge. This is single target, by the way, single target damage. But a bit more than Blue's Hyper Beam, right? A bit more than Blue's Hyper Beam, which is definitely not bad, right? Again, I do prefer Blue's Hyper Beam, even though the damage difference is just because Hilda, the Diamond Storm is unfortunately AoE, so you're only doing 50% of that damage, so you're doing, what, 400 something K to a single target before you know, take out the sides, right? But once you take out the sides, it's 813K, whatever, which is very, very, very good, right? At you know, 5 out of 5, right? They didn't put the numbers, you know, exact numbers for the 0 out of 20, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I mean, you could estimate it, I guess, but which is good. That's good damage, right? Definitely good damage. Again, the downside is it's AoE, right? So I would prefer the Hyper Beam and Stone Edge over this a bit, right? Generally, and it is definitely better than Olivia or Kukui's, whatever the heck these guys are doing over here, right? I mean, even if it's AoE, the half damage is still, you know, as almost more than like Olivia's, like or Kukui's like single target, you know, Stone Edge / Cell Rock. So there's that at least, right? There's that at least. And her sync nuke damage is not bad, right? But also, you know, nothing, you know, crazy either, because she does get limited a bit by the mega sync, unfortunately, but she does definitely, you know, get some solid stuff on that, right? In terms of her sync move damage. But like, in conclusion, right, overall, she's definitely a good unit, although I would say I do prefer something like a Aerodactyl or Archeops a bit. Well, not a bit. I quite prefer those two over Hilda, but that doesn't mean Hilda's bad. Hilda's definitely not bad, right? She's really nice. In fact, due to the fact that she, you know, has constant, you get constant speed buffs, right? She's pretty fast as well, 300 something speed, and then on top of when you're mega, you get -1 move gauge on these moves. You could definitely run like Hilda alongside a Blue or Archeops, right? With something like an Ingo on your team. Although again, I'd say like if you do have Blue or Archeops, you definitely don't need Hilda, right? If you're fine with Olivia, that's cool too. Although I'd say Hilda is definitely a big upgrade over Olivia, right? Hilda is definitely a big upgrade over Olivia. But yeah, also again, you know, if you don't have issues with clearing Rock Week at the moment, then sure. But do keep in mind, we are getting harder content in the future soon. And also we are unlocking, you know, we're getting more points for Master Mode. So it could be consideration. We'll see how many points they add or how much harder the Master Mode upgrade will be, because I'm assuming if it comes out, you know, later this month, right, or at the end of the month, her banner still is around, right? If I remember correctly, her banner should still be around for like the first week of December as well. So there's not much hurry if you really need her, right? But again, if you do have some of the better, you know, rock type damage that I mentioned before, you definitely don't have to go for it. But I mean, if you like Hilda, if you like the outfit, because it's a fantastic outfit, it's my favorite outfit of all these new special costume guys. So if you like the outfit, if you like Diancie, if you like Hilda, whatever, then you could definitely go for it, right? Very good unit. But otherwise, I'd say maybe not, right? Like in terms of like this month's units, I do find stuff like, you know, Jasmine and Diantha a bit better overall. But again, if you do lack rock type, you could go for it. But otherwise, if you're fine with rock types, it's fine if you skip her, right? It's fine if you skip her. So anyways, yeah, that's me with this one, I guess. Hope you all enjoy. I'm gonna guys think in the comments down below. Like and do the Facebook channel, blah blah blah. Blah. Completely butchered that outro. But yeah, have fun, folks. And I'll see you guys in the next one then. Again, make sure to stop by the live stream later tonight when we summon on the unit. And I'll see you guys then.